Hello.
Hello.
Well,
Oh,
I know I nearly knocked my drink over. That was nearly a great start to it. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
happy Sunday.
If you can just let us know that you can see and hear us okay, that will be much appreciated.
That would be lovely.
Thank you. I'm going to start off by having a drink.
What a week. What a week.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
We're having a.
Oh, I'll pop it up. We are having a 24-carat gold margarita, which we promised we would be having this Sunday when we did the last live stream.
We did.
Granted, we may have thought that we were going to have this on some princess at this point. A little bit different, but we insisted that we were going to still have the same drink. So, cheers, everyone.
Again.
Yep. I'll just knock that off of there. What was a second?
Oh, my goodness.
That's nice, isn't it?
It certainly is. I could have done with one of these on Wednesday morning.
It might have been a bit much first thing Wednesday morning. I mean, we will
address that.
Yeah, we'll sort of get back to that as we go along.
Oh.
But let's say a few hellos. I'll pop that down.
Oh, I'm keeping mine.
Yours isn't leaving your hand, is it? You've been waiting for that all day. As usual, if you have got any questions, and we hope you have, whether they're about some princess, what we're doing next, anything you want to ask us, that's absolutely fine. Then please just start that with question in uppercase so that we can see it. That would be awesome. Thank you. But let's say hello to some people. So we've got Andrew and Pam in with us.
Hi, Andrew.
From sunny Somerset. And I suspect they might be being truthful on that because the weather's been so mild last couple of days.
Yeah, and we had sunshine at the end of the day. But hi, Andrew and Pam.
I had to go down to Birmingham the other day and it was 18 degrees.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yes.
We've got Monster 2000.
Hello, Monster 2000.
we could give people a proper name, but it says on there, and we like that. We've got Oggy Mojo Kitchen.
Hi, Oggy Mojo Kitchen.
Monty and Paige in Washington State.
Hello again. Hi, Monty and Paige. Hi.
Still a frozen 0 degrees Fahrenheit, but at least we can see how long under the snow it's progress. Yeah, they've had some serious snow over that side, haven't they?
Yeah.
We've got Stuart and Karen up.
Hi, Stuart and Karen.
Joe and Jim, who say they can hear us, which is fantastic because otherwise we might have been talking to ourselves for the last couple of minutes.
That would have been fabulous. That would have just summed up.
That would have been about right for this week.
Yeah.
We've got Janet on.
Hi, Janet.
And Janet's just come back off Azora, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong with that one. I think it's Azora you've just come back off.
Yeah.
I think that's one that Cruise Monkeys have just gone on, isn't it?
Yes.
I think Janet just got off it or something like that. We've got Peter and Joanne.
Hi, Peter and
Joanne. Bridget.
Hi, Bridget.
Who I suspect will be on her way back up from Penzance now.
Yes. Oh, she's surrounded by boxes, one or the other.
Yeah. We've got Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Millie.
Hi, Millie.
Who's trying to do a glass of red wine.
Oh,
which is
lovely, Millie.
A great choice.
Yes.
Lorraine and Tony.
Hi, Lorraine and Tony.
Tina.
Hi, Tina.
I'm not just going to keep going through everyone. There's quite a few people on here. JC, I want to know where their drink is.
Oh.
Apparently they are on Princess.
How much are they? I can't remember.
They're definitely more expensive than what I paid, albeit if you had the Premier or the Premium package. Princess Premier. Yeah, then they're included.
Okay.
We've got Ray on.
Hi, Ray.
Emma, who says, sorry to hear about your cruise.
Oh, Thank you.
And we've got Steve on as well.
Hi, Steve.
Ken and Lindsay from Ken Goes Cruising.
Oh, hi, Ken and Lindsay.
And we have Fraser on as well. Sorry, see you guys not on the ship next time. Definitely next time. And we will, I'm sure, come on to that as we sort of going along. But yeah, please keep the questions coming in. But we'll start off with, and I suspect this might lead into other ones. Did you have a staycation instead, or did you go to work instead?
Work.
Yeah.
Work, unfortunately. We both had the same strange conversation with work on Wednesday because we didn't want to have a rebound cruise or holiday where we just went away and
Yeah, I'm sure we'll come back on to
yeah,
that, but yeah, we definitely didn't want to waste holiday times because,
no,
as everyone knows, they're pretty valuable.
yes.
So we were like, right, straight cancel holidays immediately until we figure out what
What
we're
we're going to do.
But we did give work notice that we'd
We-
be giving very short notice
Yes.
when we find another
And
cruise.
they were so good about it, bless them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was.
think they were just glad for us being in following week.
Yeah, they were.
Sort of busier times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we weren't having a staycation. We're saving the holiday times up.
Yes.
Because, as I'm sure it'll come up during this live stream, we do expect to get away very, very soon. Like within the next.
We're planning
3
on
weeks or
getting
so.
away.
We are, yeah. But we shall see.
That's it. We just don't want to. Well, we've had so many
We
plan
don't want
Bs,
to jinx it at this point.
and two of us plan Bs have already left.
Yeah, they have. But yeah, we can talk about the plan Bs
Yes.
sort of,
Yeah.
as we're going along. Alfie just says, "Oops, nearly forgot. Too busy doing the
Oh
ironing."
my goodness, you and me, Alfie.
Yeah, that was the early part of your week.
No, that was ironing earlier.
Are we?
Did you not notice?
No, I were editing one.
Oh, I was
yeah, but I don't have a camera on me when I'm editing.
Oh,
I can't see what's behind at that point. I'm looking at the screen.
Crumple your stuff.
Louis said I had a cancelled Christmas and New Year. I had a Christmas and New Year cruise planned last year in NCL that cancelled months out. No reason given. But later they said the ship had undersold. I was so good. Can't imagine.
Oh my goodness.
How you feel with 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, shall we touch on the princess bit to start with? Given that, that's what
luckily
we're talking about.
We weren't already in Rome. We know people from the Facebook group for that sailing. They were already there. We saw some lovely pictures. Cruise monkeys were going out a little bit earlier.
Yeah, they were going out the day before us.
We were going out.
We were going out on the Saturday.
Yes. So, yeah, it was a really, really, really strange.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were there. We thought, oh, all the way up. I mean, let's go travel tips. Alison was like, oh, if we get past the Friday, think
we should be good.
You should be good.
And I think that were sort of the biggest piece that we had. Obviously, it's 4 days on now. We would have been on the cruise today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that it's like the same day that it's just happened. But it's the fact that it was that close that I'm only talking that it's 4 days since we found out that we wouldn't be there today. That was the harder bit. And I genuinely never had a problem with them cancelling because the ship wasn't ready.
Well, we got into that mindset that it might be, but then as it came closer and closer, and people got boarding passes.
Yeah, well, we had.
We thought
I've still got ours printed out somewhere here.
Yeah, we won't tear them up on. I feel that's a little bit dramatic, but yeah, we got boarding passes. We was like, oh, it's happening, and then it wasn't, and we just.
It was. I mean, we talked about this on sort of social media and in our Facebook group, but it was the fact that we found out on Valentine's Day morning.
Yeah.
And genuinely, there's a card at the side of it that I can see from Linzi, who'd put several comments on there about looking forward to being on the ship.
I wrote it on the Tuesday night. I wrote it on the Tuesday night about how I was so looking forward to our holiday together, and it was just, it's a bit flowery for this channel, but it was.
I can see it from where I'm sat.
Yeah, and then what you opened it and you said to me, because normally you check your emails first thing. Yeah. So at this point, we're still.
This is like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, because I have to do a commute. Blissfully unaware, we opened our Valentine's cards, and you said to me, you didn't say, "Oh, that's lovely, thank you." You said,
I did say that's lovely.
No, you said first of all, I daren't put anything like that in my card.
I didn't want to jinx it.
That's exactly what you said, and I was like, oh no, I think I might have jinxed it.
Cut forward less than 1 hour.
No, I was upstairs.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like 5:30. And Linzi had gone upstairs to get ready. I was just getting sorted down here. And I shouted up, I'm like, Linz, they've cancelled
You
it.
didn't even come up.
I didn't get up the stairs, but I did a few seconds
Yeah,
later.
yeah, you did, yeah.
And there were a couple of minor expletives left Lindsay's mouth.
There weren't.
But I think you want positive that I was telling the truth at first.
Yeah, but
they
I
were like
want.
a wind up. And apart from the fact it was Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day from the Love Boat. No. So, yeah, that was
the harsh bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the really annoying bit is when the first one got cancelled, the original inaugural, which would have been on the 8th of Feb.
Yeah, we started looking at
Plan B, as did we know lots of other people who were on the cruise.
Yeah, because Sandra and Chris from Brits on a Ship
are
actually on one of our Plan Bs, and we were like,
yeah, they're doing a transatlantic on
NCL
Joy.
Yes, yeah.
And it was just one of those sort of weird bits, wasn't it? But that 2-week out, we had still plenty of time to plan. And if they had cancelled it at that point, I would have genuinely still been going, because I've been looking
miserable.
so forward to the ship.
Yeah, but we could have had cruise therapy.
Yeah, we'd have been on something different.
And we could have picked it in a good frame of mind in that we've got time out. Whereas with Cruise Rebound, it didn't feel because Ken and Lindsay were like, come on, Fred Olsen with us. And we wouldn't have had to change any of our holidays or anything like that. We just didn't want to jump ship without sort of feeling that we were making the right choice, really.
Yeah. And I think that's why to be fair then, Wednesday night, how did you refer to Valentine's Day now?
Midweek Wine Wednesday. That's all it'll ever be.
Yeah. So Valentine's Day is dead to us now.
I wouldn't say that. But it was the most subdued Valentine's Day. You bought me some flowers, but I like, thanks.
But I didn't buy them in the morning.
No, you bought them cheap.
No, that makes me look really bad. Let me put some context to this. We'd said, you said specifically, don't buy me any flowers because we go away in 2 days and they'll be dead.
When we come back.
It's a waste of money. Just don't get them. Because I normally do get you some flowers for
Valentine's Day.
So I did go to the supermarket later on and they were less than half price. So swings and roundabouts.
Yes. Thank you. But I'm a Yorkshire lass, so I appreciate the gesture. Thank you.
I'll just jump into some comments. I'm sure we're going to keep coming back to Princess time and time again. Ray said, I'm glad you enjoyed Celebrity Edge classes. I did.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
And Craig had said, sorry to hear about the cancelled cruise. Can't wait to hear your podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, the podcast, when I mentioned it earlier, this is our first attempt at a podcast.
Yes, attempt.
I think it's good. I think they'll get better through our first one.
The tune alone,
like 31 minutes.
The tune alone, because we couldn't copy our tune across, so we've had to pick a new tune.
And a little intro.
I feel we might again pick a rebound tune. It's not.
But the podcast will come out on all good podcast platforms on Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And it'll be on YouTube because there's an audio one and there's a video one. So if you want to listen to us while you're driving, you can. If you want to see it looking kind of like this, just in slightly different outfits, then please watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to come out. The plan is at the moment to do them fortnightly.
Yes.
And they'll come out each Wednesday.
Yes.
But yeah, and we do talk about Princess quite a lot more on that.
We do. It was relevant at the time.
Yeah.
It's good to talk.
Andrew and Pam are saying they're already very nervous for their repositioning cruise in September on Virgin Voyages. There's quite a lot. Again, we touched on this in the podcast, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I know the problems in sort of the Red Sea area, the Middle East.
The Suez, yeah.
A lot of the ones that are in sort of the
are having to divert.
Yeah, down in Australia, sort of Asia. Can't come up the way that they normally would.
Yeah, so of course, fingers crossed for you that will happen and be resolved, because we know you love saying that though, it's a repositioning cruise.
It's got to get back up here because we need it for August.
But poor Pam and Andrew, their last one was curtailed.
Well, if I remember right, weren't they on Brilliant Lady Transatlantic.
Before
And
that
it launched it.
Yeah,
It's still not out.
yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers and toes.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was Vesta Ray's one. I found it to be a fantastic experience. After 3 years, it's never been beaten.
Oh,
And we really enjoyed it.
We
As a
did.
ship, it's done. I'll be really interested to hear what people think of it when it's
comes
over
in the
in
UK.
Southampton.
Yeah.
It's this year, is it? Southampton?
Yes.
Yeah. I suspect it's going to be very, very popular.
Yeah.
Albeit it's pricey.
Yeah.
But
you expect a lot, and it gives a lot.
And it delivers as well.
Yeah.
Monty and Page, I didn't realise I booked our transatlantic Queen Mary 2 during mid-term break for the UK. Is there something I should be aware of or avoid for travel in London during that time in trains? There's nothing that is specifically mid-term that would. It'll just be busier.
Half term for children.
Yeah, so there'll be more kids around. If you go to the museums, if you're going into London, then things like the Science Museum and the British Museum will be really busy.
The reason they are is because it's a donation. They're free at the minute. So
you don't have to
there are. You can make a donation, but yeah, it could be busier for children. I don't imagine the transatlantic will be busier. If there are children on there,
it's Queen Mary 2, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good.
But yeah, it'll be. You should be fine.
Yeah,
Monty and Page. I mean, it's too far out in terms of train strikes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that would be nothing to do with it being half term.
No, no.
Lizzie Lou's joined us, and she says she switched over from Gary B's chat. Good choice.
Well, thank you. I feel really honoured. However, everybody's switched off and realised
everyone's just kind of, what, Gary's on? Numbers have just plummeted as everyone's joined Gary.
We'll be watching Gary though. That's the thing, because we just love cruise stuff. The amount of cruise stuff we have watched over the last 24 hours.
Talked with some people.
Really?
I'm kidding. They're all over to Gary now. Janet said, "Were your flights all part of your package, or will you lose money from those?"
No, they were all built in. Luckily.
Yeah, we were fortunate in that. If you'd sort of booked them separately, we do know, certainly from some of the US people that we'd spoke to in the Facebook group, they've been struggling to get the flights and the hotel element back on insurance. Yeah, because the insurance have said, well, you can still go. Yeah, you could have had your post and your pre-cruise, so we're not paying you.
No,
when it's that much money.
And the thing is, because of course we're now looking at cruises and costing cruises and watching cruise videos and reading cruise blogs and then watching more cruise videos. And then looking and pricing up more cruises. Yeah, it's been a vicious circle.
We've been sending lots of emails to Stuart and Karen.
Yeah, they're going to hear us. I'll find a cruise I'll find a cruise and say, what do you think? Then you'll cost it up on the flights and then cost it up on looking at what they can do it with the cruise line. We're looking at their quotes and it's this much cheaper. And I'll be thinking, yeah, but if it happens again, we're covered. Yeah. It's like.
But yeah, in answer, Janet, no, we weren't affected by it.
No.
And to be fair to Princess, as annoying as it was that we got cancelled 3 days out,
4 days.
Well, 3 days till we were due to travel.
Fly,
so within our package on Princess Countdown,
yes, it would count
3 days.
Yeah.
By the time we went to bed that night,
we got
the future cruise credit was already in the account.
Yes.
And then by the following morning, the refund was already in the account.
It was showing, and then it was
showing, and they were cleared a little bit later that day. So they got that bit very, very well. We've got the 4Bs on, Tom, who should have been
doing this with us.
We should have been cheersing right now.
Cheers, Tom.
Yeah, cheers, Tom. We'll get round to that bar crawl eventually.
Maybe that was the universe protecting us.
Maybe it was the universe protecting Princess's bar stock from us, Tom, and the cruise monkeys, which is what we had planned. But he said it felt strange not being on board today, but another way.
Yeah.
Like me, actually, in the back of your mind, I never thought it was going to happen. What's your thoughts on the 28th? I think the 28th will happen.
They're calling it the inaugural now.
Yeah, they put that much press release out about it. They didn't actually put any formal. After the 8th was cancelled, they just said it's only that one that's cancelled. The next sailing will be on the 18th. But there was no press release. They never referred to it as the maiden.
However, the poor Twitter bunny, sorry, X bunny, said, "Oh, it will be happening." Well, that just shows how far removed the person on social media can be.
They're a long way removed from the executive
Yeah.
team who were making those sort of decisions.
Yes.
So,
and I feel sorry for that person, because that's the person who
yes.
gets all the grief.
Yeah, you can imagine how much grief
goodness.
was across the social media channels for them.
Yeah.
And they haven't made that decision.
No, they would rather it go ahead.
It must have been a nightmare. And we know for the Princess PR team in the UK and around the rest of it, they didn't find out they were cancelled any earlier than we did.
No.
So, it's fine. But I do think the 28th will go ahead.
Yes.
I don't think they would have put the stamp on it.
Yeah.
And put all that PR out now.
I mean, if it is, then wow.
Yeah, if it gets cancelled again, then there's obviously some very serious problems.
I'm saying third time lucky.
Third time's a charm.
For third time's a charm.
I mean, we desperately hope it does.
Yeah, we'd love it to.
That ship does deserve to be out and sailing.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Emma's saying to have sent you boarding cards too. Yeah, we only got the boarding cards the day before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Other people had the medallions sent and sort of things put onto there.
Yeah.
We don't get them in the UK to pick them up, but the US did get them.
Yeah.
Ray said, "Celebrity Edge class takes a lot, beats me. I know you did well, and thanks for the Steph input on your site. Thanks to you and all your followers."
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ray. Just on a positive note, didn't they offer discounted future cruises with them?
They did, and that's caused no amount of friction between me and Mark.
No, friction's the wrong word.
Because now we've suddenly decided that maybe we just go a little bit further afield, but we can't agree how further afield to go. So,
we've literally gone as far afield as you can do.
When we've been looking.
I think we've checked everywhere globally.
Asia, Alaska, Caribbean, South America.
I mean, it's probably worth just explaining what we got from that. So for those that don't know, Princess gave a future cruise credit of 50% of the cruise fare on top of your 100% refund.
Yes.
So some people looked at it and thought, we're getting half of the total amount that we paid, but it takes off port taxes, airfare, etc. But it was still a sizable.
It was great that we can now use that, especially on an older ship that would, if we were using it on an older ship, it's, as I say, it's causing.
It stretches. But we've literally been looking pretty much everywhere in the world that Princess is sailing in the next sort of 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
To see what we fancy doing. Of course, we might just save that for till later and go on a different ship because we've got his refund back from the other bit as well.
Yeah. This is the thing. We've got too much choice now.
Too much choice, but we want to get in there. Louise asked a great question. How do you feel about Princess now?
How do I feel about Princess now?
Yeah.
Today, I like Princess because I'm having their 24-carat margarita.
And it's very tasty.
And I like Princess. I like what, okay, so Alfredo's, you've got to eat, or Gigi's, you've got, it's not as straightforward now. But I still always have a good time on Princess.
Yeah.
I still always have a good time. So I like Princess. We will go on Princess. We've got a cruise credit we need to spend on Princess.
Yes, we'll definitely be going.
We definitely like, and that, they've said with the cruise credit that it was okay. It was the same amount that they got as when they were cancelled earlier.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks out.
So if it was up to me, I would have given me 75%.
and free alcohol.
And the free
margaritas.
Premiere. But that's...
Yeah, we would have liked them to send us a box of pre-made 24-carat gold margarita. That would have been good.
But we still like Princess. We're still going Princess. We're still costing Princess.
Yeah. And we will definitely go on some Princess.
We will go on some Princess. It's just...
When? But I'm same as you, that as a brand, and some people might have sort of expect us to feel slightly different from this, but as a brand, it hasn't altered my opinion on them. I still want to go on the ships. I still like the ships. I know we had a challenge on Enchanted when it were overloaded and it were essentially a booze cruise.
But that, as Ken and Lindsay, that added to the experience.
It did, yeah.
There was something that we can still laugh about
and
even
still talk
now.
about and still remember.
For those that don't know, they basically closed the bar, so we couldn't order it. Anyway, if we can forgive that on Princess, we can forgive anything.
We can forgive being refused to be served cocktails because they were too busy. So yeah, cancelling a cruise 3 days out. Life in the Park. It's such a shame that your cruise was cancelled so late, especially when Princess must have known.
Oh, they must.
That they would need time to get things up to speed once they took ownership of the ship.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing.
That's the one that has sort of annoyed everyone. That's the bit that annoyed us.
Yeah, because we know.
If you're involved in any sort of project management, and we're not talking about anyone on here building ships, but literally doing anything, you know that you have lots of things that have to happen by certain dates, and if they don't, you're going to be in bother. There's no way that I believe an organisation like Fincantieri and Princess, with all the experience that they've got building ships for decades, didn't know that wasn't going to be ready on that point.
But I you know what? It happened with Avia. Avia's Maiden was cancelled.
Yeah.
And the second one that Tom and Don went on, that became the Maiden, the inaugural. So that was a part of me that thought, oh, well, maybe it's going to happen. But no.
And you only have to look at a lot of other ships recently.
Yeah.
Queen Anne got pushed back.
Yeah, but again, with plenty of notice.
Resilient Lady got pushed back.
Yeah.
Brilliant Lady got pushed back so far. It's still not got a date for when it's coming out yet.
Yeah.
So ships getting pushed back is not unusual.
But yet then Icon, ta-da.
The world's biggest ship.
Yeah.
Which, launched at about the same time. And again, we touch on this on the podcast.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
We won't spoil the podcast.
Yeah, because the music spoils it alone. So I'm just warning you.
Peter and Jan saying, sorry about the cancellation. We're looking forward to the bar crawl with the Cruise Monkeys. So
that would have been epic.
It will happen later this year. We're both on Virgin together. So that August bank holiday one, which is our unofficial group cruise.
Yeah.
We're all on there. So yeah, the bar crawl is just postponed, not cancelled. Millie has asked, what was Princess's justification for leaving it so late to tell you the cruise was cancelled?
Oh, I feel I'm that emoji. Technical difficulties.
No, I mean, that one for leaving it so late.
I don't know.
That was why it couldn't leave the door.
I don't know. But the sad thing is, this is how sad we were. And I don't think we were the only ones. People kept monitoring it by satellite on the Tuesday.
Tom from Cruising with the 4Bs, he knows that he became obsessed with it because I was getting my updates from Tom. I stopped checking. I just knew that Tom would be keeping an eye on it.
There's one tugboat now. There's two tugboats now.
Oh, we must be going to go. Where the tugboat's gone. But there hasn't been any justification, Millie, and I think that's what a lot of other people have got a problem with, that they've still not said, other than it still wanted more technical work doing on it.
Yeah.
Jesse, I use Spotify. Do I search for Sweet Natured? Yes, you do. It only got published up there today, and the first one comes up on Wednesday, so I don't know when it will appear on there, but just keep checking between now and Wednesday, and it'll be on there at some point. Joe
Rogan's so worried.
He is. He sent me a message earlier. He said, look, we've got one coming out on Thursday. Do you mind going a day early? I'm like, yeah, Joe, not a problem. Thomas said, for me, it was a communication in COVID. The MDs, etc., been very good at doing video updates, etc., even if it was with just some basic info what's going on. Yeah, the communication's not great.
Yeah. That's Tom from space. Messaging us there.
Will your podcast be on Spotify? Yes, it'll be on Spotify, Apple, and all other podcast places.
I feel we're building it up too much.
But as I say, you can listen to the audio or you can watch the video one, which is kind of like a live stream, except we're just talking to each other. Emma said, Prince has a lot of making up to do. I do hope they provided extra compensation as forgiveness. I said they gave the 50% future cruise credit, all the refunds. We got the money back from all of the specialty dining that we booked straight away.
Yes, yeah, we
that
did.
All in really quick.
And they rang us to tell us that they would be sending us a link. That was very good.
Yeah, that communication.
I feel sorry again.
Tom would just mention about communication, and we had as well, that a lot of it was very poor. The team that were dealing with the refunds were exceptional.
Yeah, they were on it. Yeah,
they were having to deal with thousands.
Yeah, and they, bless them.
Although I suspect that they probably got better geared up and have better facilities in place because of everything that happened in the pandemic. Maybe it's just a lot better now.
Yeah.
Tony G just saying, "Hi, Simon Lip."
No problem, Tony.
Welcome, Tony. Thomas said, "Do you think it's made worse by the smooth lead up to
Probably. Yeah, probably. Because if they can get that out, I mean, there's still things that weren't ready on Icon.
But not much. The main show we're going ahead.
The fancy supper club
all
dinner.
The restaurants were open.
Which I feel responsible for, actually. And
why do you feel responsible?
The supper club.
Yeah.
Because I talked about supper clubs like 18 months ago. And now they've got a supper club.
We'll be sending Royal Caribbean an invoice there. But yeah, I think the other bit with Icon was that the marketing hype around it and the promotion that they did was sort of a lesson in how to do marketing hype and promotion. They were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
You couldn't. But I also think to the other end, by the time Icon eventually launched and it had the media trip, people had got a bit sick of it.
Because I wouldn't say sick of it. I'm still watching it.
Yeah, but it were everywhere, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, we loaded up because we've got YouTube as an app on the TV. As soon as we put it on, it was basically icon. Yeah.
It was just everywhere.
Yeah. Lost flames.
But I do think it is. Have you booked a Cunard Queen Anne cruise yet?
We certainly have.
When are we going on Queen Anne?
Christmas.
Were you going to nearly sing them?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Well, those numbers will be going down again. They'll all be going back to Gary. Gary don't subject us to this level of singing.
I want to see Gary now in a sparkly sequin jacket. It was like, this week I'm going to be singing my responses.
That'd be brilliant.
I'd tune in for that. I'd cancel this.
We'll just open it on a separate screen. Nice. But yeah, we're going on there for Christmas and New Year. We debated for ages when to do Queen Anne. We knew we couldn't do the Maiden because it was
sold out.
It was sold out, but it also clashed a bit in terms of other things that we had planned.
No, it did originally, and then it was a 15% deposit, and then they moved it, which would have been great because it's my birthday in May.
Yeah.
But as it is, we know loads of people going on it, and we can't wait to see all their stuff, and then we're on it at Christmas.
Yeah, we'll be like everyone else, just watching it, absorbing everything that's in there, and then we're doing its first ever Christmas, and that's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it'll be also the first time we've done 2 weeks on a Cunard cruise.
Yes, and also we've been looking at Britannia goes to the Norwegian fjords on the same day that goes out, and I was like, oh, we could book Britannia. Stand on this balcony and watch all the fireworks and Queen Anne go. And you were like, no, I can't cope with that.
No, I'd find it really sad. I'd be like, I don't want to be on that ship.
Well, we'd have a lovely time.
I'd be like sort of one of those sad pictures with rain coming down. I'd be like,
we'd still have a lovely time. Yeah. We love fjords.
Yeah.
And it goes to Flam.
Yeah. Stop pushing your Flam stuff. They'd reschedule it. We'd book that just so you can finally get to Flam, and they'd reschedule it and it'd go somewhere else. Louisa said, in your opinion, is it better to sail in or out of New York for transatlantic?
We've done we've done both, but not for transatlantic. We sailed out. We sailed out in the evening on Eclipse.
Yeah.
Out of actually Manhattan rather than New Jersey, because we've done both.
Yeah.
And the evening departure was magical.
It was, yeah.
The water was like, is it the Hudson? It was just like a mill pond. It was so
everything
calm.
Was reflecting, wasn't it?
Oh, it was magical. And it was, I'll never forget that.
No.
And you could hear the boys or the buoys just ding in as we cruised out, and then like the lights. It was amazing.
It's either way is fantastic.
You lose hours going that
whichever
way.
you do.
Yeah.
Coming into New York, depending on what time you do at dock, when we've come in there, it's often been very early in the morning. And I forget the name of that bridge that everyone wants to stand under. You'll remind me.
Somebody tell Verrazano.
Someone put it in the comments. Just remind me of the bridge as you're coming in.
Yeah.
But that's great. But you often have to get up really early for that. And one of the times that we came in, it was so cold we couldn't even get up on the top deck because it was covered in ice.
That's right.
But coming out of New York, as you said, going past Statue of Liberty when it's all lit up.
Yeah.
Just absolutely magical. So in our opinion, we would rather sail out of
You lose hours. Paul and Carol have just done it that way, gone out that way, and everyone said, "Oh, it's the wrong way." But also, you if you're from the UK, you're in your right time zone when you get back.
Yeah, it's much better. Susan says hi.
Hi.
100% agrees. Feels very different for the 28th.
Yeah.
And then try to book on Princess for 4 is so hard for this year.
I bet, because I was kept checking places because of the cruise credit. I like costing things, and then I'd show it Mark, and then you were like, okay, well, let's have a look a bit more. Go back to it, sold out.
Yeah, we looked at a couple where there were limited availability, didn't we?
And then it was gone.
Literally within an hour, it had gone.
It was gone. So everybody's obviously in the same mindset, like, oh, we need to get something booked.
But
so this is another thing.
Because of some Princess coming out and it being sort of in the zeitgeist and getting more attention than normal, there's a lot more focus on them as a brand.
Yeah.
And people are looking to book it, which also means that the pricing's going up. So try to book for 4 people on there when limited availability and pricing going up.
Yeah.
A bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Ray said, have you looked at Princess Asia, Singapore, Cambodia?
Yes.
Ray, I'm honestly not exaggerating when I said that Lindsay's looked at everywhere. Singapore was, I think, about the second place we looked.
The one that made the dates work, though, that sold out Singapore to Tokyo. But then honestly, Ray, you've can worms everywhere. Because,
but with Diamond Princess, we're looking at
Diamond Princess.
But yeah, we'd love to go there because it's him. Joe's asked a great question, or Jim, could be either of them. Would you book an inaugural cruise now?
That is a great question.
Well, firstly, we didn't book an inaugural. we booked the second one.
Oh, Joe and Jim.
I know. And we've done that a couple of times because we did Virgin on second one twice. We did it on Resilient and Valiant.
Yeah.
And Scarlet.
Yeah.
We did all 3 of them on their second cruises.
Yeah. Because we like them to get like the kinks out.
And normally that first cruise is when they do that. There is something special about doing the inaugural, and when we found out we were going to be on the inaugural, we were properly excited, weren't we? Because we wouldn't have booked it.
No.
And then we were like, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah. Until it wasn't.
But would I book an inaugural? This specific thing hasn't put me booking off an inaugural. It's the fact that normally that there is little challenges in that first one while people get used to everything that puts me off it more. But if the opportunity came up to go on an inaugural, I would do it.
Well, it depends. I would. If we book, the thing is, if you book it early enough, that's when the pricing is before it goes crazy. Oh, I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I would. But then you know what I'm saying.
Kenny Linzi have said, have you heard what the problem was? We've heard rumours of a form of contamination.
There was something about in the water.
I was going to say, I can clarify on that one. There was a piece put out in the Italian press where some diesel had got into the drinking water.
Which is not
and
good.
People had said, generally.
Even I wouldn't drink that.
What about if it had some rum in? Maybe. But that was resolved.
Yeah.
Before they updated the report earlier to say that had already been resolved and it was a nothing thing. So I have no reason to believe it's that. I think they were just so far behind, Ken. When the other rumour that and I don't think it were a rumour because there is other stuff that backs it up, like they blocked out a load of rooms on the ship, that it was going to be setting off with 1,000 workers on board. Well, 1,000 workers on board is a big construction task. That sounds like there was still a lot of tiling left to do.
It's like Tom from 4Bs when he was talking about the lovely activities you could do on board, like carpet fitting and tiling.
I think it was another Tom that put it on, but Tom also put a comment on in terms of what's put on there. But yeah, it was that somebody had seen the Daily Patter.
Yeah.
And it had a load of bricklaying things on it.
You know, that's a skill I could actually. The tiling, the grouting, I would have been up for.
Underwater tiling.
Tom
and Tom said hi.
Tom. We've been talking about you. I hope your ears weren't burning.
Early on, unless.
Yes, Avia.
Rewind.
Second cruise, becoming the first cruise.
Tom said, I was truly obsessed.
You were obsessed from space.
But I appreciated it, Tom, because I got my updates from you. Susan has said, what about Singapore to Tokyo early March on Diamond Princess? We're on this cruise as our first taste of Princess.
I was costing it. It's
not ruled out.
It was. I think it's sold out for us.
Had it? Was that, in which case, if it's sold out, it's ruled out?
There was some reason why we were not on it.
I don't know. Louise said, have you ever decided never again or never all about a cruise line?
We never say never.
No.
But NCL, we will go back on sometime, but NCL going from, we did Royal Caribbean, and then went on NCL and it wasn't the same, and we haven't been on NCL since. So we would like to do NCL.
We would, yeah. We're overdue to re-give it a go.
Yeah.
Albeit, having watched Gary's and Ben and David's, I'm not.
Well, that's for the Haven.
About trying the Haven.
That's for the Haven. And Haven's pricey, darling. We'd have to.
It is, but I would have liked to compare it to the Yacht Club.
Yeah, but
having now seen the reviews, I think I'd rather just go on Yacht Club again. Just on a different ship.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So.
But yeah, so no, it's not never again or not at all. There are ones that.
It just takes us a while.
Ken's in the chat. Hopefully he's still watching. But Ken and Lindsay are going on Fred Olsen on Tuesday, I think, on Ballet. And that's one that Lindsay suggested to me more than once.
Yeah.
And I just keep going.
I don't think it's...
it just doesn't speak to me.
I know.
But I'll be really, really keen to sort of follow along with Ken and Lindsay.
I think if we'd have gone with them, we'd have had a great time.
If we'd have gone with Ken and Lindsay, we'd have had a great time. But that's because we'd have just been drinking a lot. It'd have been nothing to do with the ship. And so I'm really keen to see what that is. That's one of the ones that is not a never at all, but in mine, it's so far down. You're much more open to trying it than I am.
And it goes out of Newcastle, so it's only an hour and a half away.
JCR said, found you on Spotify.
Oh, my
Well done,
goodness.
I've not even found it yet.
Dear.
It shouldn't be live yet.
If it is.
If it is.
Enjoy
fantastic.
that tune.
Yeah. Bridget saying, try to persuade Graham to go on Queen on Christmas.
Bridget, that would be amazing.
Yeah, you should persuade him.
Amazing.
Tell Graham to just give me a ring. We'll have a chat. That'd be fantastic.
Bridget, would be lovely.
Yeah, anyone that wants to come on, we can make it another unofficial group cruise.
Well, just imagine at Christmas, how lovely.
It'd be fantastic, yeah. I'm really looking forward to
it.
I mean, before all this happened, we'd been talking, and people that we know are like, oh, which one are you more excited for? I'm like, well, Sun Princess, because it's imminent.
Yeah.
But as soon as we've done that, then immediately Queen Anne. But it'll be so special.
Yeah.
We'd love our times on the other Q-Notes.
Fireworks over Madeira.
Yeah. Thomas said, totally agree. The Icon Maiden seemed as special as it was. Such a long lead up, but I agree the Royal Mail social team were excellent.
Yeah,
they just nailed it.
Yeah, they did.
And Tom is on Queen Anne in May.
Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm sure you're on the inaugural.
No, yes, he's on the Maiden.
Oh, lovely.
And I can't imagine that gets pushed back now because they moved it back 6 months.
No, it was from January to May, so 5.
Was it 5 months? But it's done all its sea trials.
Yeah, we've been watching it.
Progressing nicely.
Yeah. And Tom will be monitoring it from space.
Well, it's already out of dock, isn't it?
He knows.
So it'll be good. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Ken and Lindsay are on that cruise as well, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't got my glasses on, but I can see that.
Keep pushing Flam, Lindsay. That's from Bridget.
Flam.
Millie's, I'm going on Queen Anne on the 23rd of June, going to Fjords on my 60th birthday.
Lovely.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic.
Oh, yes.
There we go. I knew we could rely on someone. Travel Daydreams.
Verrazano Bridge.
Yep.
I think I said something beginning with V.
You did.
I don't know if it was that.
Let's just say it was.
I think it was.
It's an amazing one.
Oh,
Going to
yes.
actually get so close to it.
Yeah.
It's great. Bridget saying, I'm so looking forward to sailing out of New York in
Oh,
June.
you'll love it, Bridget. You really
Bridget's
will.
doing a Queen Mary 2. Is it 21 days or something?
It's a
a
big
longer
one. It's a big one.
Jesse, how doing Queen Mary 2 to Norway in April? Your review enticed us.
Oh,
I'm pleased
lovely.
It just amazing. And I think that, if you're looking at where you should do Queen Mary 2, then it is absolutely either the transatlantic or fjords. That would be the ones that I'd recommend.
Can I tell people about the thing that I saw in the middle of the night that you don't really appreciate until you see it in the middle of the night?
Absolutely.
So on the first night,
I'm curious as to where you're going with it, because I can't remember.
Cruising out of Southampton to go to the fjords, and I'm a lady of a certain age, so I have to get up in the middle of the night to pop to the bathroom. And as I did, I saw, because we had our curtains open, so we have the time, so we get some light through, and I can see what I'm doing when I pop to the ladies in the middle of the night. And I saw all these red lights like flashing, and I thought, oh, it's UFOs. So I went.
What was it, Linz?
It was the massive wind farm off the coast, the offshore wind farm. It goes on. There's like hundreds of them, and they're all flashing in the middle of the night. So if you can see them,
it is impressive.
It's a much more guaranteed alternative to the Northern Lights.
Well, there are lights, and they're in the north.
That's true.
They're the true Northern Lights.
No, they're not. But I enjoyed them, and I woke you up to enjoy them, and you weren't that bothered.
Millie said, you might as well pick the most expensive cruise because you get 50% off Sky's Limit. Take advantage of it.
It did not work that.
If only. There were lots of other people that thought that as well, Millie. We get 50% of the future cruise credits of what we paid. So if we paid 1,000, we'd get 500. If you paid 2,000, you get 1,000.
Yeah.
I
like your method.
Yeah. There were a lot of people in the Facebook group who initially thought that, and they're like, brilliant, we're going to do that. Yeah,
I like your way.
It'd be great.
Oh, my goodness.
Ray said, try small ship cruising.
Oh, we keep costing it and keep looking at it.
Yeah. He's saying we did Turkey and loved it. One of the other plan Bs that we had when it was close enough was Windstar. And we had an opportunity for getting on the one from Barcelona to Rome.
Yeah, we were so.
But by the time it then got cancelled, it had already set sail.
Yeah. So that's not a thing.
Capit fitting and towel grouting. There were some genuinely really funny things in the Facebook group on that.
Yeah, like free hard hat. Inaugural free hard hat.
Yeah, there was some brilliant stuff. People are very funny.
Yeah.
Tom said, thanks both, we'll go back and listen.
No, it was all positive.
Or was it? Joe said, do you think these cheap deposits cause people to book up everything, then cancel and prior final payment?
That's a deep question.
Looking at 2026 cruises and so many cabin types full, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
I've not really thought about that before, but yeah, I guess it.
And then what they do then is,
I have to say, we've done it. Princess had put one on in the past, and other ones where it's like £1 deposit. And we've gone,
but
we'll book that.
One of them
cancelled it later.
No, one of them we didn't cancel. They cancelled because of the world.
That would Discovery, wasn't it?
Yes.
Out of West Coast at US.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the
You've probably got a point there.
It's certainly had the effect the opposite way, where there's been like a 15 or 20% deposit requirement. We've gone, we're not putting that down for something 2 years from now.
Yeah.
It's just
finding a happy balance, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, happy balance, like £250 per person seems reasonable.
Or maybe they do the
depend on how much your cruise is.
The discounted one, and then a bit later on they ask you to pay a little bit more. Maybe that would be a way around it.
Yeah.
Because that would then people go, actually.
You put like £1 out to start with, then after 3 months you have to put like the remaining 5% of it. Or
something like that. Yeah, maybe. But we can't fix everything.
We could try. Since I'm not sure it's sold out. Keep getting emails asking if I want to upgrade.
Oh.
We shall.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've got thoughts of Lindsay spending 3 hours in the shower. She realised the water is laced with rum. Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Therapeutic run. That'd be fantastic.
It'd be a very expensive spa treatment.
It would, wouldn't it? Louise says, I'm doing the Arctic Circle in June, all inclusive, not with Princess through Atlas, might be your style.
Oh, I will have a look at that.
Not with Princess through Atlas. Which is Atlas?
I don't know. We'll have a look.
I don't think I've ever looked at Atlas.
No, we'll have a look.
We will be having a look straight after.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't believe how many times this has come up in conversation in the last couple of days. Andrew and Pam. But come with us on the Yacht Club early May bank holiday on Virtuosa. We've kept seeing, including Terry has just come off of Yacht Club again, and more people sort of in it, and it's fantastic. Some relatives of ours have just booked our cabin, that we had that very specific cabin.
For a transatlantic.
That's this year, next year.
Next year, I think.
Next year, yeah. So it'll be... It is very tempting to do. It was such an amazing cruise. That
you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
And some great itineraries as well.
Oh.
Alfie says he'd do Fred Olsen again.
Oh.
Have you booked Star Princess yet?
No.
No. We had talked about this.
We have talked. I mean, this is the problem that we've got.
We jokingly said, well, we could take that deposit and put it on the inaugural for Star Princess and try and double his money again. You don't get to double your money on future cruise credit either. So if that gets cancelled, you don't double that up. You just get that back. No, we've not. I suspect we will do Star at some point.
I think
the attraction for that, for me personally, is slightly less because it's the same class. I expect it'll come out and maybe like Iona to Avia or Avia to Iona, just some minor changes.
Yeah, maybe.
I doubt
I'd still
for the
do
time scale it's going to be that different.
I'd still do it.
Do you think that'll come out on time?
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes because this one's the first one, so all the fancy bits of engineering and specific detailing bits. Oh, I'm wobbling. They have to do. They will fit. They will sort it. They will have got it ready. So then it's the same template.
Okay. Well, we shall sort of wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying we booked Pinot with Flam on the itinerary this morning after Linzi's recommendation.
Oh.
You really do want to get to Flam, don't you?
I don't know why. I don't know why
that you were so convinced on
I'm
everything.
I'm obsessed with it. It's just, one of them things.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? We'll get to Flam eventually. Let us know what you think about it, Steve. Ken saying, looking forward to Fred's specialty dining, only £10 each if you book in advance. It makes Celebrity look ridiculously expensive when we paid $66.
It certainly does.
Yeah, I heard Ken mentioning that the other night, and I think they've only got a couple of specialty dinings, but they're all like £10.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. How much did we pay for Eden?
Oh, too much.
$70 or something.
It was something like that. Because I remember when we thought $25 was a lot to book Murano. So yeah.
Which Celebrity
Eclipse.
And that's what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
So it's not.
No, I know.
Not really that long since.
No.
But the thing is, when we've looked at other ones as well, Princess was cheaper than Celebrity. Some Princess. Most of their specialty dining was 35 to 39, but they had two of the newer ones, the Teppanyaki and Butcher's Block by Dario, which were, I think, 49. And then they had the Love by Brito, which is their chef's table, very fancy thing.
Yeah.
And that were, I think it's about 120, but it wasn't going to be operating on our cruise.
No, it wasn't.
They'd already told us that that and Spellbound weren't open.
No.
So that's another plus, that when we do get onto some
eventually,
Princess, that Spellbound will be open, Love by Brito will be open, and hopefully we'll be able to try them.
Yeah, and report back.
Yeah. But yeah, I think of the 10 nights we were booked into specialty dining, 7 or 8 of them.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, we had a lot of specialty dining booked. Millie, you can't beat Yacht Club going on Fred Olsen Balmoral in October to see Northern Lights from Newcastle. Excited for that. We'd love to go to Newcastle, wouldn't we? Because it's only an hour and a half from where we are.
Millie, I'm going to cost it after this.
We've got a gap in September, October at the moment, haven't we?
I want to look at it, Millie. I'm going to look at it.
But we won't book it until Ken's reported back.
Oh yeah, I want to look at it.
It'll be interesting. We'd love to go out of Newcastle.
I'm having a look at it after this.
Yeah. It'd just be nice not to have to travel as far.
I feel the pressure. The pressure for looking too soon is. I'm gonna look at that and have maybe a palate cleansing booking and then work backwards.
She said also look at travel vlog Jamie.
Yes.
His travel with Fred, and he raves about a special.
Yeah.
We saw it when, didn't he just do like a 2-nighter?
He got on, I want to say he got on at Southampton and got off at Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think he's done other ones as well. And Cruising with Matthew's done it as well. But we'll have a look and see. But that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. And Newcastle.
And Northern Lights, you get to see wind farm again.
I do.
If money was no object, what cruise or ship would you like to experience?
Oh, that's a good one. Money no object.
We've been semi-playing that this week, albeit money was no object. Money was an object, but it was more money. Because these credits, you still want enough money.
No, it was never enough, as the song says.
I would love to try Silver Seas or Regent.
Something really fancy.
And if I could, and I were picking where it were going to be, then it'd be sort of one of the Asian ones.
Singapore to Tokyo or something.
Singapore, somewhere down that side. I would also quite like to do, despite knowing that I'm likely to feel a bit rough for a couple of the days, to Antarctica.
Yeah. But on an expedition ship.
Not an NCL.
Not an NCL. An expedition ship.
Yeah, that were a weird one with NCL going, yeah, you on an Antarctica cruise? Yeah, we're not going to Antarctica now.
Yeah, you can see it, but yeah. Well, yeah, so something like that, something really fancy that we could.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
I like what you like.
Oh, thank you. What's that from?
It's from Coming to America.
Coming to America, that's it.
And yeah. Oh dear.
Well done, you win. You can have a little cheers for that.
Thank you.
Ken, sorry, I'd lost where I was on there. Ken saying one Sky Princess for 2 weeks in September.
Oh,
we talked about Sky Princess, haven't we?
We have, yeah. But September's off limits for us.
Yeah. September's a really hard one. So
yeah, just
you for
yeah,
work,
yeah. And people off. Yeah.
I've said enjoyed both of the Fred specialty restaurants.
Oh, we've got to look at it, out in Newcastle.
I'm waiting on Ken's honest review.
Honest review.
But
we want a daily blow-by-blow account.
If I'm being honest, and I'll talk about it on here, my concern genuinely for Fred is that in a lot of ways people thought that Virgin were really for younger people, and when you get on it, it's for all ages. My concern of Fred is that in my head, Fred Olsen is, if you're 65 or less, you're going to be young.
Okay, we'll see.
And it's mainly an older generation.
Maybe they're trying to sort of develop the demographic. Yeah, maybe.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Mike has said I booked the Flam Railway yesterday, direct for our August Saga cruise. Never been with Saga. Like the idea that the price includes drinks.
Yeah, I know. It looks quite a hefty price, and then when you break down what you're getting, it's one of those.
Despite what I've just said about Fred and what some people think about Saga, because I'd watched Paul and Carol when they went on it.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about Saga. We're both at that qualifying age now, where we're old enough to get on. I'm definitely interested in trying Saga at some point.
Yeah. And Flam and a railway. Oh,
that's like your perfect thing.
That's my dream.
Tony says I'm going MSC Seashore Yacht Club in June. We'll let you know what it's like.
Oh, that is my dream.
Thank you, Tony.
If we were running to Flam.
Heather sent our cruise from Liverpool with Fred. Such an easy train for us from Leeds. It is.
That's the thing.
It is not far.
No.
I love that. It's early part of this week.
Yeah. M62.
Would you book a dining package on MSC World Europa or go a la carte? Concerned the set menus might be too restrictive.
Now, this is the thing with...
We did book the trio.
Yes.
Of ones.
And you can do the supplement, and the supplement things look very enticing compared to the included things. Yeah. But I only think we went off-piste once or twice. Oh, that's...
Yeah, it were.
I think you're onto something there.
I would be tempted next time I went on to probably not get it.
But you do get a discount on the supplemented items,
do, yeah.
which you don't if you go and
some
do
of
it
the
as
supplement items a la carte were very expensive.
Yeah, they were.
You know, is it Butcher's Block on there? Butcher's Cut? The steakhouse?
Yeah, cut.
Butcher's Cut. That were really expensive if it was standalone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe
do it and know that you're going to have to.
And just accept you're going to pay a little bit more.
But not as more as, it's
as much.
Swings and roundabouts for that one. It really is.
Watching Tom and Dom Iceland vlogs, it left us salivating as we were doing Iceland on Queen Anne in June 25.
When they went through Greenland and the
fjord.
That was amazing.
Stunning,
yeah. And then we watched, because we really liked Iceland and we're really getting into Iceland because of Tom and Dom. And then we watched Walk With Me, Tim. Went to the hotel near the Blue Lagoon, and he was evacuated, and he's driving away, and you can see the lava in his wing mirror. So that's put us off.
Yeah, if you've not seen that, it's
check that out.
Walk With Me, Tim.
Yeah, and he goes all over.
But if you have a look at his Blue Lagoon hotel stay, it's fairly recent.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying watch it all, but if you queue through to the last 10 minutes when volcano
I
goes
think
off
you
and
need
they
the
get
build
evacuated.
up. I'd say watch it all just because it's so
it's a good video as well.
Yeah. And it looks lovely.
Woolly72 said, "Hi, Mark and Lindsay. We just got off Iona, which we upgraded to Conservative Suite. Lovely.
Oh.
Just put in a bid on a mini suite on Sky Princess.
Oh.
How long until we hear if we get it? Cheers."
Oh.
That also depends on when you're going.
Yes.
You can officially be told up to, I think it's 72 hours before. When we've put in bids on the past on it and been successful, we've found out within a week to 2 weeks of us due to go. So it'll depend on when you go.
Yeah. But that sounds lovely.
We're just running over a little bit, but I'll just go through sort of the last couple of bits in here. Newcastle are 20 minutes from us instead of about 7 hours.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Southampton, if it goes up Tromsø, and it had free drinks. Woohoo!
Oh,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Life in the Park sound the same. I feel that Fred and Saga are more suited to an older demographic.
That's it, but you know,
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, Ken and Lindsay.
Yeah, Ken will tell us what it's like. Had you thought about doing Ambassador Ambition that sails from Newcastle to Fjords and Flam?
I did, Bridget. I costed it. It was £1,600 per person for a balcony, which for a cruise line that we've not done before, I was a little
trepidatious,
a little bit surprised at that. Yeah.
We would like to try Ambassador at some point.
Yeah, but that's it, and that was for the balcony because I like a balcony.
Well, I think if you're going to, I think there's only two places. We've talked about this on videos. Yeah. We've talked about it before. There's only two places where I think it's absolutely essential that you have a balcony. One is the fjords, and the other one's Alaska.
Yeah.
Everywhere else,
but we don't do balcony. You know, I don't feel we're the right people to say that though, because we don't. We always have a balcony.
But if you go somewhere like that, you're going for the scenery.
Yeah, I guess.
You need about. You can't see it from an inside.
No.
A la carte for World Europa, buying the package in advance makes you think you're covered.
No, you're not.
Most special restaurants were empty when I was on. I think they're missing the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing it very different to
everybody else.
Everyone else, and it'll be, be interested to see what you think when you're on there, Louise.
Yeah.
As to whether you felt it were good value or not.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the end. That's absolutely flown, hasn't it? Well, I'd cheers you, but there's not a lot left in there.
Oh, let me just find it.
Oh, that'll do. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Thank you for joining us on our, basically our therapy session.
It was, yeah. This is our therapy live stream. We'll be back on in usual 2 weeks' time for the start of March for the regular monthly live stream.
Yes.
And by then, we will definitely better tell you where we booked, because we will have 100%
got
booked
something.
Somewhere.
Yes.
By that time, and it'll be somewhere that we're going in March.
Yes.
So,
and we could be on a ship. We could be doing it hot tub style, like Cruise Monkeys.
That was so brilliant. If you didn't see Cruise Monkeys live stream last night, just flick onto the channel. They did a live stream from the hot tub. It was absolute genius. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you all. It's been lovely to see you all. And we will see you all in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes.